to Santa Barbara Navy League TV. We hope that you'll be able to sit back and enjoy the coming show that is going to feature the men and women of the USS Stockdale, the newest ship to be commissioned in the United States Navy. Co-hosted by the Santa Barbara Navy League at Naval Base Ventura County.
Ship's company, L10, hut! Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the arrival of our platform guests, honors to Admiral Keating, and the invocation.
It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce our principal speaker, Admiral Timothy Keating. Admiral Keating has served our great Navy for nearly 40 years. As a naval aviator, he has flown missions in the Western Pacific, the Indian Ocean, the North Atlantic, the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, and Arabian Gulf. Admiral Keating has also served with distinction within the Navy Military Personnel Command, the Chief of Naval Operations Staff, and the Joint Staff. He has held command many times prior to his current assignment, including Carrier Air Wing 9, Naval Strike Warfare Center, Carrier Group 5, U.S. Naval Forces Central Command and 5th Fleet, and North American Aerospace Defense Command and U.S. Northern Command. He assumed command of U.S. Pacific Command in March of 2007. We are honored to have him here today as our principal speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please provide a warm welcome to Admiral Timothy Keating.
He's right behind you. Hi, Allison. Thank you. Thank you, Allison. And good morning. Still good morning to you all. For Wanda Lee and for me, this is a rare and distinct privilege and pleasure. We are immensely proud to represent all 325,000 men and women of the United States Pacific Command and be here with you this morning. We honor a patriot, a warrior, a towering example of what can be accomplished with resolute commitment and honor and courage. But enough about Sybil Stockdale. You've been sitting here patiently for a little while, and I need to conduct a military exercise with you. So I'm going to ask for your cooperation here. For all of those of you who are able, please stand. Right where you are, stand up. Everybody, stand up. Now, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes as tightly as you can for as long as I say. It won't be long, but I'll tell you when. But before you do that, I want you to grab both of your arms. Grab yourselves right around the wrist. There's a purpose to all this. And I want you to apply pretty significant pressure while you have your eyes closed. Starting now. Close your eyes. Thanks. Sit down, please. Take that period of time, about 10 or 15 seconds, and think about the minor discomfort you felt not knowing precisely what was going to happen. What's he up to? And the pressure you felt. And multiply that by 23,650,000. 23,653,000 times what you just did. That's what Admiral James Bond Stockdale did for 7.5 years in North Vietnam. About 2/3 of that time, that 23 million times what you just did, that minor pressure you felt, about 2/3 of that time, multiply that by an almost incomprehensible factor and apply that around your ankles as leg irons were around Admiral Stockdale's ankles. Where do we find such men? I'm an American fighting for freedom, responsible for my actions and dedicated to the principles that make my country free. I will trust in my God and I will trust in the United States of America. Those last words of our code of conduct stood Admiral Stockdale in good stead, according to him. Ample testimony is provided by his fellow prisoners of war who join us this morning. That self-same courage and sacrifice demonstrated by Medal of Honor recipients Mike Thornton, Tom Hunter, Tommy Norris, and many others. I have the great pleasure of commanding the United States Pacific Command. Our strategy involves partnership, readiness, and presence. You've got to have people, you've got to have equipment, well-trained, ready to go. And they have to be well-schooled in those self-same principles that Admiral Stockdale represents for each of us every day. Captain, I'd like permission to talk to your crew for a couple of seconds. To those of you who will soon man USS Stockdale, I was in China a little bit ago, and a senior Chinese official came to me and he said, in their view, there is no greater testimony to a nation's sovereignty and a nation's power than a warship gliding silently and elegantly into a foreign port with a national ensign flying proudly in a stiff breeze. That is what you bring to the United States Pacific Command. You will demonstrate partnership, you will exhibit readiness, and you most assuredly will be present. I guarantee you, you're going to be busy. So to each and every one of you, remember the words of our founding fathers and the final words of our Declaration of Independence. For the support of this declaration with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge our lives, our fortunes, our sacred honor. When you bring the ship to life in just a couple minutes, you will have on your uniform, and when you go to work every day on your ball cap, the name Stockdale. Think about that every time you put on your uniform, every time you come aboard. Stockdale joins an iconic list of American naval heroes like Nimitz and Halsey and Spruance. Now it's Stockdale. When you go out, remember that name and wear your uniforms and execute missions with honor. And when you return, return with honor. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our United States Navy, and may He continue to shower His blessings on our United States of America. Thank you all very much. Thanks, Captain.
I would now be honored if you would place Stockdale in commission, sir.
For the President of the United States, I hereby place United States ship Stockdale in commission. May God bless and guide this warship and all who sail within her. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do well.
Make it happen.
The need for a strong, vital sea service, recognized by Theodore Roosevelt in 1902, is no less today. The challenges facing our nation have never been greater. More than 100 years later, the Navy League continues to answer the call. Your support makes a difference to our men and women of the sea services who serve today and will serve tomorrow in support of American sea power. As one Secretary of the Navy said, the sun never sets on the Navy League.